We did it. We finally did it. I'm
Finally
so
did it.
excited. We've been
Yes,
talking about this forever.
forever. If you are new here, which you are because everybody's new here because we don't got no audience yet, this is
No.
the Reality Receipts podcast starring me,
Yeah.
Storytime with Rikkii.
And
And
me, Reality Ashley.
yes, if you know reality
What?
TV, you know Ashley. You know Ashley. She drops all the hottest tea. All of you guys follow her, I'm sure, and if you don't, you should. So I am so excited to be partnering with her for this because it's a long time coming.
Yes. I mean, you really do get all the tea too. So you're the only person I would ever want to do this with. So I'm so
Yes.
happy that we're doing it.
Yes, she's my partner in crime. We've been working together behind the scenes for a long time, and now we said, you
Yeah.
know what? Let's just give it to the people. Let's just give them
Yeah.
the tea, you
This
know?
is so much better. We can actually get all of our information out here, and it's just so much better than just posting. So I'm super
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah. And we get to see her beautiful face because she never shows
No.
her beautiful face. Now we get to see her and we can put a face behind her infamous name, you
I'm
know?
more
So,
of a behind the scenes girl. So
not no
this is
more.
yeah, I know. It's a 0 to 100. We're just going for it.
Yes,
So
going for it. And like today we're gonna come on here and just introduce ourselves, but so much tea has dropped in the past 24
yeah,
hours. We said, you know what? It's time to do our
we
first
gotta.
episode.
Yes, we. This could not be a better time to start. I mean, all that drama that went down last season on Love Is Blind, and now it's all coming to a head just as the next one's about to come out. So it's perfect timing.
Exactly. So if you don't know what's going on, Tyler and Ashley from Love is Blind season 7 officially announced their divorce exclusively to People magazine yesterday. Ashley
Yes,
even
shocking to nobody.
shocking to none.
Yeah.
Period. And Ashley even gave a statement to People magazine. So it's 100% legit. It's
hmm
it's legit. So what
Yes.
do you think of the divorce, Ashley?
I mean, we don't want to prey on anyone's downfall, and we're of course a
Speak for
little
yourself.
sad, but but I mean, yeah, we're not shocked, and we are shocked it lasted this long,
Yes.
because I think any normal person not on a TV show, if they got engaged and found out the person had children and they never told them about it, I mean, that would have been it right then and there. So the fact that she stuck it out for this long was very surprising.
Yeah.
But we're kind of speculating that it may have been done for a while. We don't think it was just now that it happened.
Yeah.
We think it was probably like around the time the show was airing, I think maybe.
Yeah, I think it's been done for a while.
Yeah.
I think not that I'm praying on anybody's downfall, but it's also like we told you, like
Yeah, we did.
we
And I
tried
mean,
to tell you.
people we tried to tell her nicely, and she was not receptive to that at all. And there was a lot of you guys don't know what it's like to be married. None of you have been married, and I mean, I've been married for over 10 years, so it wasn't about that. It was people just being shocked that someone could go on a TV show and
Yeah,
hide such a big secret. And
yeah,
from what we knew, he intended to go back in their lives until he got engaged. So it was sad to see that happen, and
yeah,
just not a part of Love Is Blind that we want to see. Nothing to do with children. That was just a little too dark. So
yeah. Didn't she block you too?
well, they both blocked me like immediately as soon as there was anything that wasn't complete praise for them. So I think I posted a little thing calling out, because right when we had all found out that he had these kids, and the children's mom was coming forward, they started posting like an ad for a big box store. And so it was a little awkward. Like maybe we
Yeah,
should address these children and not making an ad. So I just put that on my story, and that was it for them. So
yeah,
they did not want to see anything else from me after that. I think
yeah.
Ashley did unblock me. I can't remember, but
Yeah,
yeah.
and see, if you guys don't know, reality actually, she keeps it so neutral. Like she's so kind. You know what I mean?
I
So
try,
when
but
she blocked her, I was like, "Oh, girl, like, come on!" Like she didn't even say anything bad. I knew I
yeah.
didn't even have to check, and I knew I was blocked. Okay, because and I think that's why people are having a hard time, like having remorse for Ashley, is
Yeah.
because she really was popping her stuff. Okay, she was
Yeah.
really on the internet like I'm married, you're not. Mind you, Ashley is
Yeah.
100% married. Like, you know what I mean? I'm married, you're not. Like, don't these single women tell me how to treat my husband. Girl,
And I know more than the internet knows,
yeah.
so that
Yeah.
was, I mean, I understand her being a little defiant because it was embarrassing, but
Yeah.
I think, yeah, she probably should have just taken a beat, looked at the evidence, and saw that, all of it was true. Yeah.
You really should have called
Exactly.
me. You really should have
Yes.
called me instead of going on like public podcasts and hinting at these fake TikTok journalists or whatever she wanted to
Yes.
call it, or being like, I don't know who she is. Girl,
Yeah.
I live rent free in your
She knew
head.
too well.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, I'm sure. Like, you have a burner account and you're listening to this right
Yeah.
now. Anyway, so I think that's why people have a hard time feeling remorse for her.
Yeah.
Do you think that she can like turn this around? Do you think that she could
I
get
think
her image
so.
back? You think so?
I do. I mean, it's hard because we don't know what went on behind the scenes when Tyler told her that he had the children. We don't know what she said to him, what their plan was, if they agreed together that they were going
Mhm,
to just cut these children off and never talk to them again. And
mhm.
if she tries to say she didn't want to do that and Tyler comes forward and says that, that was kind of her idea, that might be hard, but I think if, like you said, if she comes out apologizing like you guys were right, I'm sure people are going to give her another chance, and maybe she'll be on another show one day. Who knows?
She would need to cry. I need to see
Yeah.
I need to see a
Yeah.
fucking tear, okay? Oh,
Yes.
an effing tear.
Yeah.
I need to see a
we're
tear.
we, we're gonna try not to curse, but we can't help it. It just
I can't
it's
make no promises. This mouth is I have a potty mouth, you guys. So if you're listening in
yeah.
the car with your kids, me sorry. I sorry. I
Yeah.
sorry.
They
Try
probably heard it.
my best. But anyway,
But so wasn't there some tea though about Tyler on New Year's Eve being
yes.
spotted?
Okay. So now, from what I have put together, there
Hmm.
were I don't and again, like you said, it might have been a brand deal for a nail shop. So around December 14th is the last time that Tyler and Ashley like posted together or posted being around each other or tagged each other in
Yeah.
any photos. Obviously, everybody noticed come Christmas time, there were no matching PJs. There
Oh
were
no.
no dog pictures, dogs and pictures. There was none of that. Okay.
Yeah.
And then come New Year's Eve, everyone obviously blatantly noticed that he was what hanging out at the what hotel was it?
I think it was called the
The
Gaylord.
yeah, the Gaylord
Gaylord
and he was with Ramses,
in
right?
DC.
Yes.
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 Yep. Ramses is still around.
Ramses is still around two braids. Anyway, so it was it came out and I had got the information to my DM, but I didn't make a video about it because I couldn't verify it. I couldn't validate it. Like, so I just left it alone. But
Yeah.
allegedly Tyler was seen going up to the room with two girls. And
Yeah.
the Reddit post, there is a Reddit post about it. The girl was very detailed. She says that they
Yeah.
got up on the 16th floor, that
And
it
that
was
he said he was single, right? He told these
yes.
girls. Yeah.
Yes, that he allegedly told these girls that him and Ashley were not together, and I'm
Hmm.
assuming one girl was for Ramses and one girl was for him. And she said they got
Oh,
up on
that
the
makes
same
sense.
floor. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know if Tyler can pull two beads, but I don't know. Maybe with all the threesome allegations, maybe like
It does seem to be in his wheelhouse, so you never know. But
yeah. So I
it's
would. So
I think
that is
that just it's so funny because I think when people go on these shows and they complain about getting a bad edit or bad comments on the internet, but if someone like Tyler can still be hosting events and having girls come back to his room, I mean, the show, it clearly, no matter what happens on the show, they're still getting what they went on looking for. So I don't think people need to worry too much about a bad edit because Tyler didn't have a bad edit. He had a bad parenting decision, and
yeah.
still women apparently are interested. So, which is shocking.
Shocking. Shocking.
Yeah.
Ladies, get your shit together, okay? Because what? What?
Yeah.
Like and the girl's Reddit post was like a little vague, right? Like it was detailed and then it was vague because it was like they didn't know who he was and then they did know who he was and he said he's just trying to live his life. Like
Yeah.
she's like she didn't take a picture because she was nervous. And again, for me
Yeah.
to post like I need a picture, I need a receipt, I need you to show me that
Yeah.
you were staying at the Gaylord Hotel on New Year's Eve. But it did seem believable. But again, it's assumed that by that time they were separated. So
Yeah.
it's tea, but it's not.
Well, and now, yeah, now that it's come out that they are divorcing, I think it gives that story more credibility because
Yeah.
she knew they were split up. So, because Ashley said several weeks in her statement. I don't know what several is that, over 4, over 5?
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Yeah.
you're right, they didn't post at Christmas, so probably it's been since New Year's. But I'm
Yeah.
sure she didn't want him out publicly doing that before they've announced. So,
Yeah. Trifling.
and
Trifling.
don't didn't you say someone is going on a date with him or something?
Okay, so I was on live last night. And again,
Uh-huh.
this is unsolicited tea, so do what you want with this
Yes.
information. But I was on live last night and somebody in my comments said, "Oh, a girl from my book club or a girl from my whatever is going on a date with him this weekend." And I said, "Girl, DM me. Like what's tea?" And she
Yeah.
didn't DM me. So we don't
Mm.
know how true that is,
Maybe
but
she wants to see how the date goes and then she'll give you the details after.
maybe.
Maybe she didn't want him to find out that she's talking.
Well, it was
So
her friend
hopefully we
that
hear.
was talking. It was
Oh,
her
right,
friend
right.
that was talking. She was like, my friend
Yeah.
from my book club or something like that is going on a date with him this
Yeah.
weekend. And I'm
Well,
like,
hopefully she follows up because that would be nice to hear about.
yeah, because like who it he don't got no money. So who's paying for
No.
these dates? I just he don't got
No.
no money. Who's paying for
No.
the dates?
Yeah, and the whole situation was so sad, honestly. Like I think anyone, you don't even have to have kids to know it was sad, but if you did have kids, even more so to be like, how can you just like disappear like that? It's
Yeah.
just sad.
Yeah,
So
and I
I
think that Ashley owes Bry an apology. I think that
yes,
her statement to People Magazine, it was very telling where her headspace is at, like that maybe she still got her chest poked out. That's why I find it
yeah,
hard for her to get any remorse. And she don't get no sympathy from
yeah,
me because you didn't have no sympathy for them kids. She did
yeah,
not apologize to Bry in her statement. She didn't
hmm
apologize. She went on the Vile Files and called this, what was she calling her, lesbian baby mama, like all throughout
yeah.
the
That
interview,
was bad.
accused her
Hmm.
of apologizing to her when we all seen the DMs
Yeah,
and basically said she was lying. You know what I
yeah.
mean? So I
That's
think
that's the
Bride deserves
weirdest
an
part
apology.
is that she never contacted her when she first heard about the kids. I think that would have been the first thing I did. Like, well, let me talk to their mom before we, get married and make sure that this is what it is. Like what you
Yeah,
say it is how it is. And
yeah,
it's weird that it got this far, but
yeah. I think
she saw
anyone.
the light, so
Yeah. Well, yeah, listen, I mean, she didn't have
did
no
she?
freaking choice. The light was literally in her eye.
We
I
blinded her with
We
the light.
blinded her. Like, and
Yeah.
I think, I think she just did entirely too much. Like, I get that she was like
Yeah.
speaking her truth, but she was speaking her truth on something that she didn't have the full facts on, and she refused to see what was right
Yeah.
in front of her. Like, even being like, okay, show the phone number. And then it's like me and you both like showed the phone number.
Yeah,
You know what I
we
mean?
did.
And then it's like, oh, like going on the bypass. He hasn't seen them since before filming. It's like we have the text messages
Yeah.
of
The receipts were receding.
they were
So,
receding, and I think that's probably when things started getting like I think she was just catching him in so many lies, and then like the
yeah.
Lateris interview was like a disaster of more lies that people called him out.
Yeah.
I think after that she couldn't like, but again she has to swallow her pride. She has to
Yeah.
humbly come back to the internet and just be like, you guys were right, and she needs to cry. And
Yeah.
I would personally like an apology. I would like a personal apology.
Okay. Well, we won't hold our breath, but you never know.
I won't get it. I know Jessie Wu did reach out to her to see
Oh,
if
really?
to see if she'll speak to
Uh,
her. So
that would
we'll
be
see.
interesting.
Do you think she's
Yeah.
gonna talk, or do you think she's just gonna silently disappear?
I think she's going to talk. I
Okay.
think she came on the show for a purpose and she had to pivot, and I think she'll make it work what she originally came on for. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see her on another show eventually.
See more of her.
But we'll
I think
see. I don't know. I don't know
she.
how Netflix is not usually happy with when they get a divorce, but at this point, they can't blame her for that.
Yeah, it's like it's almost it's kind of their fault. Like I
Yeah,
wonder if there's anything in their contract where it's like, because I would be raising hell. Like, why would you
yeah,
even, he wasn't a viable option for a husband. It was almost as bad as
no,
like them, the guy that Renee Poche was linked up with,
yeah,
Carter. Like,
hmm,
what are you guys are
yeah,
setting these people up for failure, really?
yeah. Maybe
You know?
maybe they're thinking they can just put some of these guys in and they'll never make it. They won't get, no one would get engaged to them after talking to them for like a week. Maybe they're just shocked that they actually got picked and they're like, damn it, because they were just like you filler people. And
Yeah,
then
like, oh damn, we
they
didn't actually expect them to make it. There's no way production didn't know about those kids, because like
right.
Bryce said that he didn't delete them off the Facebook until like after the
Yeah.
trip. So it's like
Yeah.
they seen all of that during casting. So
Yeah.
again, I think she could revamp her image, but she
Hmm.
would have to do it like she would have to be very particular about how she moves. And based on
Yeah.
her statement alone, I'm not sure that she's there yet. I'm not sure that she's there
No.
yet. So
No.
we'll
The
see.
Yeah, they got the new season coming out and we'll all forget about this whole thing. And hopefully there's no one that abandoned their kids on the next season. I don't think
Yeah.
they'll do that again, I hope.
No, this is as
Leave
bad.
the kids out of it.
Yeah, leave the kids out of it. This is pretty much as bad as it gets. He does. Oh,
Yeah.
I do have a little tea on just Tyler in general, because we all know he has the child support case coming up in
Hmm.
February, right? So
Yeah.
what we discovered last night on live was that I shared the People magazine with Bri, because I'm a messy bitch, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
anyway, she didn't
That's
see
why
I
we love you.
yeah, we haven't. She hadn't heard the news, so I shared it with her, and she was like, "Oh, like I figured they split
Hmm.
up." Um, she just kind of said that his lawyer dropped him from the child custody case few
Yeah.
weeks ago, and I was wondering why. And then Simone's she did some digging, pulled up court records, and was able to see that Simone Redwine, she's an attorney. She was able to see that the lawyer actually filed a motion against Tyler for
Uh-huh.
non-payment, so he wasn't paying his lawyer, which duh, and for failure to provide his financial statement. So,
Yeah, I think Ashley got out at the right time because it sounds like financially he's in a bit of a mess. So,
yeah. So they were gonna, because obviously, like for child support, they need to know what you're making,
yeah.
and so he failed to provide those statements. So him looking for a new lawyer.
I wonder how that works because they don't do prenups on the show. So I don't know if she's going to be like obligated to pay anything for him. I don't think so because they got married November 2023. So
Yeah.
it's like over a year though. So I don't know.
Yeah, I know he's like, just based on the laws or whatever that Simone was looking up, she won't be required to pay alimony, that's for sure, because you have to like be married for 10 years or something like that. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know how I don't know what else he could possibly get, but yeah, Ashley
Yeah.
was definitely smart to like, because they would have started coming after her wages. You know what I
Yeah.
mean, for these children. So
Yeah.
that's just a little mild tea that, yeah, his lawyer
Yeah.
dropped his own lawyer sticker his shit. So
So you went to the Justin Timberlake concert recently.
I did. And you guys, guess
Again, is
again,
it
again,
public knowledge
again.
that you love Justin? Are we allowed to
It is,
talk
it
about
is,
that?
it is, it is public knowledge that I love Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
No Justin Timberlake slander will be tolerated in the comments on my page. I will block you. I promise. Okay.
Yeah,
um, and
that's her man.
that is my man. Okay.
Yeah.
Capital M. I ran into Sandy from the Ultimatum at the concert.
Sandy or Sally?
Okay. Listen. I called her Sally. I did. I called her Sally. Uh,
You know, there's a Sally on Southern Charm right now that I watch as well, so it's confusing. There's a lot of
yeah, and
names
I
that are
don't want
similar.
Southern
So,
I called the girl Sally to her face. I was like,
oh
oh
no.
yeah, like, yeah. I was telling my friend that, like, oh my God, that's Sally, and she was like, Sally. She smacked my arm. I was like, it's Sandy. I was like, oh my God. You're right. It is Sandy. My bad. She was really nice, considering
Hmm.
she was with her mom. So
Yeah.
considering the amount of SHIT, I was talking in my videos about her. Like, she was very nice. And she did tell me, she was
Hmm.
like, no, that kind of stuff doesn't offend me. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
offended. Like, I know it's all like in good fun. And then her mom was like, oh my
Yeah.
God, I seen your videos. Like, I love you. And then I have on, like, I wear this like Justin Timberlake outfit to the concert where like
Nice.
his body's like his face is like plastered everywhere. It's like a dress. And she was like, oh my God, you're obsessed with him. Just like me. She like, I will say this. What we saw on the show is
Hmm.
exactly how she was in person. The mom,
Yeah.
like she gave me a hug. She was like, you know, she just kept hugging me and like touching me. I was like, oh, you like me? You
Uh,
like me? But and then she was really sweet. And Sandy was just
yeah.
like, oh, if only you knew like how I'm like,
Yeah.
I know.
Well, I
I
love, I totally respect when they have a good sense of humor about it and like understand that they're on the show, people are going to talk about the show, and maybe, yeah, that's not really how they are in real life. And everybody understands it's edited, but
yes.
we still have to talk about the edit. We can't just be like, well, they're probably nice in real life, which they are usually, and
Yeah.
but we still have to talk about what happened on the show. And at this point, we all know the shows are edited, even the people going on them, so they
Yeah.
know what to expect. And
Yeah.
it is rough when they get a bad edit, but I love that Sandy is just rolling with it, and
Yeah.
she's,
I
I mean, I think we're
appreciate
gonna see her again soon, so
Yeah, I can
I
always appreciate when they have a sense of humor about it. But and that's what I told her. I said, "Well, what fun would it be if I just told my audience like the show's edited. This probably is really how she is." Like, no,
yeah,
like you know. So I was like,
yeah,
"Thank you for having a good sense of humor." And it is right. It's allegedly we are going to see
hmm,
Sandy again. Allegedly, she's going to
yeah.
be on season 3 of The Perfect Match. I should have asked
Yes,
her.
her and JR. So that
Yeah.
will be very interesting to see. Allegedly, we don't know yet, but
Allegedly.
yes.
I should have asked her, like, girl, you gonna be on the Perfect Match? We gonna see you again.
Well,
Give me an exclusive.
we can't have JR on our podcast because we don't got $10,000 for that. So
Girl,
I
I
didn't see him
would
do.
JR would have to pay me to come on this podcast.
Yeah,
I will talk to you for free, sir.
that was a bold move of him to ask. So I think he should have waited a bit. Maybe after Perfect Match, he might be able to get a little bit, but I don't know.
I have a
It's
feeling he's going to be just as cringy on The Perfect Match as he was
yeah,
on. There's certain things, right? There's certain people where it's an edit that makes them annoying, and then
yeah,
there's certain people where it's just that's just who they are. Like, I don't care
yes.
what nobody says.
I think it's. I think it shocks them as much as it shocks us to watch that that's how they are. Like you find that a lot when you hear interviews. They'll say like, "I didn't realize that, and it was really eye opening, and now I know that about myself." Because I think something that makes a really good reality star is no self awareness. You want someone who doesn't know how they are really, right? Because then they're not
Right,
censoring themselves and they're
right.
being messy, and
Yeah.
that's what makes them awesome. So the ones that embrace it, like Sandy, are amazing, and JR, I don't know about him, but
I
we'll
think
see
he
how
thought
Perfect Match goes.
I think he thought that everybody was gonna love him. I really do. I think
Yeah,
he thought he did his big one, and I think he was
yeah,
shocked when people did not f with him. Like he thought the
yeah,
muscles and them abs were gonna get him a long way. And it's like the
yeah,
fact that we looked past the muscles and the abs and still thought you were cringy should tell you a lot about yourself. Like
yeah.
you need to self
And
reflect.
they do sometimes like try to give you a redemption on Perfect Match, so maybe that's how they're going with him. But Bartiz was on Perfect Match, and I don't feel like it went that way for him. So
No,
that iconic water scene was
because
so
he
funny.
is who he is. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's what I was gonna
it's
say. Is
true.
like Bartice is like who we saw is who he is. So it's like,
Yeah.
oh wow, you suck. You know, and I think it's the same. I have a feeling it's very much the same with Mr. Braids,
Yes.
Mr. 20-inch bust
It's true.
down.
When you see how someone is on TV and then you might hear from people that know them in real life, it's usually similar. It's rare that someone's like, "Oh, that's not how they are at all." So I think, like I said, they just you don't really know how you are until
Yeah,
you see it on a screen. And I mean, everybody has their flaws, and it's like that's a cool opportunity to see what you can change going forward. But
yeah.
as we've seen, they sometimes just act the same on the next show. So we'll see how that goes for JR.
Yeah, they just need to. I'm so sad that I have to see him again. Like, I'm honestly, genuinely so sad about it. Like, we don't want to see you. That's how I felt
No,
about Martise. Like, we don't want to see it.
no, they
We don't
always
want to
just
see it.
they do tend to have like their favorites that they just keep showing us again and again and again. But I mean, I guess they are controversial, so they get us talking, which is nice
I
for
guess.
us to
Yeah.
have something. But yeah.
I guess we love to hate them. I guess they think we love to hate them, but really
Yes.
we just hate them. I don't love to hate you. I actually
Yes.
genuinely dislike you. And like most
Yeah.
people, I don't genuinely dislike the people that I talk about. Like I'm like, oh, like
Yeah.
in person, like I'm
Yeah,
cool.
we don't
Like
know.
there, but there's certain people like if I actually saw you, I would literally turn the other way. And
Yeah.
Jr. and Bartiz are on that list. You you have some. So if you got, didn't Netflix drop a trailer or something? They dropped a trailer
Yeah.
or something before.
Breaking news. They
Yeah.
just dropped like it was a flashback because I guess it's the 5 year anniversary of Love is Blind, so which is
Okay.
wild. So
That's crazy.
2020 February, that's when it came out first season.
Okay.
And so they dropped like a little look back, but at the very end they had a little piece of the upcoming season. So all it said was this is the biggest season they've ever done. So I don't know if they mean like bigger cast or most dramatic. I don't know how
More or
they're
maybe
gonna
more
top.
couples got engaged.
Yeah, oh, maybe yes,
Yeah.
but yeah, and then they had someone saying like when the doors opened when they see the proposal, that's not the first time he saw me. So people that know each other or have seen each other before. So we did
Okay.
see that in season 5 with Uche and Lydia. So
Right.
I don't know if it's gonna be similar to that because like we were talking about earlier, it seems like you would know if you knew someone by talking in the pod to them. So I don't know.
Right.
Sometimes
Especially
they
if
like
you made it
to,
all the way to the reveal.
yeah, you would know that you know them, which maybe they just didn't tell anyone. I don't know. So
Or
we'll
maybe
see
it
how
was
that
like
goes.
we'll see. Because it could also be a scenario where it's like maybe they've seen each other at a bar before and like
Yeah,
it didn't really, whatever. But they better do something. Shit.
yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Like, yeah, it can't get worse than last season in terms of like the drama. It's
Instead of
as
villains.
long as kids aren't involved, it only can go up from here. So
Literally, I ate my words when I said like, oh, like I think in one of my first videos, I was like, Tyler and Ashley are gonna be our Tiffany and Brett. They're gonna be so
I
boring.
know.
They're not gonna give us any drama.
Yeah, we literally did not see that coming at all.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, we
yeah,
should have known when he tried to warn us. But there,
I know.
so we're gonna get a cast reveal at some
Yeah,
point this week, right?
it should be this week. It used to be a month out, and then they know that we're a bunch of little detectives. So now that's like around 3 weeks. So could be this Friday, but maybe they're going to wait even longer this time. That could be next Friday, but should be within the next week. So I know the cast list, but most of them are private on their Instagram. So they're
Okay.
learning. So
Yeah.
we
See,
haven't,
Ashley
we
already
haven't been
knows.
able to creep them.
Ashley already knows the cast of season 8. She's all knowing, you guys. Like
I'm
she is
trying.
all
I'm
knowing.
trying to know them, but they're
Yeah,
hiding from us.
they're
So a
hiding.
couple a couple of them were public, and I posted a picture on my Instagram story I think 2 weeks ago or something where like one of the season 2 cast members he was already liking one of her photos, so he must know she's on the cast. I don't know how, but
Oh, and
she
then did she go private after you posted that picture?
I haven't checked again actually.
Oh,
So
okay. So they're like, oh my God, they
she's
know who
smart. She
we
did.
are. They know
Yeah, because a couple
who we
a
already
few
know.
seasons ago they would just be public and we could gather all of our detective work before the season came out, but now I guess they're figuring it out. So but they never would usually post anything like married couples together, so it wasn't like that big of tea. It was mostly just like sometimes the cast hanging out together. Obviously you can see who follows each other, so just little
Right.
things like that,
Right.
but
They were like,
they're
go
not going to give
private.
that to us. So yeah.
Go private. We don't care. We're
Yeah,
gonna
but they
figure it out anyway.
yes, we are. And they did give us 3 cast members at the reunion last time, which was weird. So,
That was weird. Yeah.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
surprised that they did that. But I think that's why the cast is private because they know they will see those people following people. It is a lot easier to figure out now. And they gave us like 3 months, so a
So
long time.
how many from the, which obviously we won't reveal who it is until the cast list comes out. How many of the season 8 cast do you already know?
That are on like their names right now
Yeah,
or
like
that are on
how
Perfect Match.
no, 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 that are gonna be on season 8 because what we get like
It's
15
like the
guys,
whole
girls.
I've seen the whole cast list, but they're
Oh,
all I didn't count how many though, so that's a good question. I should do that cuz
15 and 15 or that's
I
typically
think
what it is.
so. Yeah.
So Ashley
There
knows all.
was there was a lot of drama when when they first started filming it. That one girl on TikTok, I forget her name right now. I think it's Andra, maybe.
I
Do you
know
know
who
who
you're
I'm talking
talking
about?
about. Andra.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know exactly who you're
yeah.
talking about.
She said her ex was gonna be on it. His name's Ben. I forget his last name, but I don't think she actually named him. I think that was speculation. So allegedly, his name is Ben,
Okay.
and there was talk that he was pulled off of the cast. So that'll be interesting to see if he's still on, because her video was not very nice about him. But also, we've learned in the past now, people know that making videos about exes on Love is Blind without like naming them gets you a lot of views, and sometimes
Mhm.
people just make up stories. So I
Yeah.
think the name was just a speculation. So
Yeah.
we'll have to dig into that when the season starts airing
Yeah,
if
and
he's
she's
on the
a content
cast.
creator,
So
right? Because I see her
yeah,
videos
yeah,
actually a lot now.
yeah. She made a whole video about it and was very upset. I think he wasn't a very nice guy, but I don't think she actually gave his name. So
She didn't. She didn't. I
we'll
have
have
the
to.
videos. I
I'm
have.
sure. Yeah, I'm sure once it airs, if he's on the cast, she'll probably have more to say. So we'll have
Yeah, and
to.
she's actually a big content creator on. I don't know what
Yeah,
kind of content she makes, but she has quite a following, quite a large following, and she doesn't post Love
yeah.
is Blind content. So, and
No.
I don't know. I think that video's gone now, but I
Oh,
remember
is
it, and
it?
I have it screen recorded. So
All right.
we're gonna
Yeah,
show
so
her honesty.
we'll have to dig further into that, because
Yeah.
the rumor at the time was that this person got removed off the cast. So if there's someone with that name still on the cast, it's probably not true then. So we'll get to the bottom of
We will, because we always
We
do.
got the reality receipts.
We got
So
the
we got you.
reality receipts.
Yes.
Ricky and Ashley with the receipts, okay?
Yep. We got you.
Yeah, so it was a really, really so exciting to do our first
I
episode
know.
today.
Yes.
Yeah, so when
It's
are we dropping? Let's let everybody know where they can find us and when we'll be
yes.
dropping episodes, and just like kind of what we're going to be covering here every week.
Yeah, I think obviously Love is Blind. We're gonna start with that,
Mhm.
and then I mean we're big Love Island USA fans. Obviously, Perfect Match. There's another new Netflix show coming called Band Camp or Battle Camp, which is like Perfect Match but not a romantic one. It's more like a Survivor style. So we'll definitely cover that. I don't know when that's coming. I thought before Love is Blind, but obviously not. So and
Okay.
then also Netflix is doing Temptation Island now too. So
Oh,
allegedly. So
okay.
yeah, so we'll have lots of Netflix shows to cover, and then
Okay.
maybe if you go to our Instagram, you can let us know what else you're into. Like I'm a big Bravo girly, but Ricky's not as much, but I'm trying to convince her. So
But I can be for you guys. You
yes,
guys just let me know.
yeah. The next one coming out is Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's going to be amazing. It's like their 16th season, I think. So we'll get you on board with that one.
Okay,
And
well, yeah. If you
yeah,
love reality TV and you like tea and you like receipts and you like reality TV news, this is the place to be because we're going to
yes,
be your reality TV besties, as it says in Ashley's
yes,
bio. Like, we're here to stay. And,
yes,
obviously, as we build and grow, we'll have special guests and we'll have, all this fun stuff for you guys. So we're so excited to
yep,
have you here. Make sure you're following us on Instagram, Reality Receipts Pod on
yep.
Instagram and TikTok, as well as YouTube. And we
Hmm.
will be on all streaming platforms,
Yeah.
Spotify, Apple
And I think we're
Podcasts.
going to drop on Tuesdays, right? Because
So,
episodes come out Friday. So we'll start with Tuesdays and see how everybody likes that. So
yeah, yeah.
maybe we'll even add a second day eventually, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we definitely will have special episodes as T
Yeah.
drops because T waits for
Yes.
nobody. You know what I mean? T not gonna wait
Exactly.
till Tuesday, you know?
No, we can't go a whole week without tea. It's like every second when Love is Blind's airing. So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll figure it out.
So you guys make sure you follow along the journey.
Yes.
Reality Receipts Pod on all social
Yeah.
media
And
platforms.
thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for listening
Yeah.
to our first episode.
Woo, we did
We will
it.
see you guys next week. Make sure you're following both me, Storytime with Ricky, on all socials, and the Reality Ashley on all socials for Ashley. And
Yep.
yeah, we're excited to have you on this journey. And
Awesome.
we
We'll
will
see
see
you
you next
next time.
week.
Bye.
Bye.
We did it.
We did it, bitch. It's still recording. Wait, you gotta stop the
Okay.
recording.
Oh no. Oh, do I stop it? Can you edit that out?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Oh, good, 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 good. Okay. Oh, okay. So what do I do? Oh, good, it's
Okay,
gonna
so it
send it to you
stopped.
too.
It's yeah, it stopped. Did it say for me too?